was talking about periods. I didn't like the way he was laughing. I went to my mother. I asked, what's a period? It's punctuation, she said. You put it at the end of a sentence. My father brought me a card. It said, to my little girl who isn't so little anymore. I was terrified. My mother showed me how to use these thick sanitary napkins. I was to bring the used ones to the can underneath the kitchen sink. I remember being one of the last. I was 13. We all wanted it to come. I was so afraid. I started putting the used pads in brown paper bags in the dark storage places under the roof. 8th grade, my mother said, "Oh, that's nice." In junior high, brown drips before it came coincided with a little hair under my arms, which grew unevenly. One armpit had hair, the other didn't. I was 15, sort of scared. We had bunk beds. I went down and lay there. My mother was so uncomfortable. One night, I came home late and snuck into bed without turning on any lights. My mother found my pads and she stuck them in between the sheets of my bed. I was 12 years old. I was still in my underpants. Hadn't gotten dressed. I looked down. Oh, there it was. Looked down and I saw blood. 7th grade, my mother sort of noticed my underwear. Then she gave me plastic diapers. My friend Marsha, oh, they celebrated when she got hers. They had dinner for her. We all wanted our period. We all wanted it now. 13 years old. It was before Kotex had to watch your dress. I was black and pole. Blood on my dress, right in church. Didn't know but to, I was guilty. I was 10 and a half, no preparation, brown gunk on my underpants. She showed me how to put in a tampon. Only got it in halfway. I associated my period with inexplicable phenomena. My mother told me how to use a rack. My mother said no to tampons. You couldn't put anything in your sugar dish. Oh, wore wads of cotton. Told my mother she gave me Elizabeth Taylor paper towels. 15 years old, my mother said, Mazel tov. She slapped me in the face. Didn't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. My period like cake mix before it's baked. Indians sat on moss for 5 days. Wish I were Native American. 9.5. I was sure I was bleeding to death. Rolled up my underwear, threw them in a corner. I didn't want to worry my parents. My mother made me hot water and wine, and I fell asleep. I was in my bedroom, in my mother's apartment. I had a comic book collection. My mother said, "You mustn't lift your box of comics." My girlfriends told me you'd hemorrhage every month. My mother was in and out of mental institutions. She couldn't take me coming of age. Dear Miss Carling, please excuse my daughter from basketball. She has just matured. At camp, they told me to take a bath with my period. They wiped me down with antiseptic. Scared people would smell it. Scared they'd say I'd smell like fish. Throwing up, couldn't eat. I got hungry. Sometimes it was very red. I like the drops in the toilet, like paint. Sometimes it's brown and it disturbs me. I was 12 and my mother slapped me and brought me a red cotton shirt. My father went out for a bottle of Sangria.